That's my assessment of where we've been at and kind of the value and changing people's lives with YieldMax. But what would you say yours is, you know?
Like, I mean, it would have to be like YieldMax, honestly.
Yeah.
We preached YieldMax for a long time. It's paying a lot of dividends, you know. Like, essentially what it's there for is to provide you an income. As we said before, you know, the underlying asset will more than likely outperform the YieldMax ETF. But, you know, maybe your stock goes through a few bad years and YieldMax is there paying you an income and a consistent dividend. That might pay out better in like a certain time frame.
Right.
Know? It might or might not.
You shouldn't even buy the YieldMax ETF if you wouldn't buy the underlying.
But I feel like some of the YieldMax ETFs could have that intersection with the underlying asset, just because we've seen it in Amazon earlier.
How the Amazon ETF was going up more.
Yeah,
than
like
the
we
stock.
seen it earlier this year, like a few months back when we first started the episodes. Like Amazon, the underlying asset was doing really well, but the YieldMax the YieldMax income option ETF for Amazon was doing better than the actual Amazon
Superly
itself.
not really a lot, but it's even to be doing that is crazy though.
Yeah.
Like,
so like I feel like at some point some of these YieldMax ETFs come to that intersection where they like outperform the underlying asset. I think it's short lived.
Without a doubt. I mean, you got Tesla that January 1st was at $24 and now it's at $14.
Nah, yeah, so like it's getting killed. Some of them are getting killed. Like we've been talking about Tesla for a while because remember it's been underperforming for the past few years. So I mean that right there is probably going to turn around if Tesla you know, get some wheels and starts to head.
Because you want to buy Tesla. You would want to buy Tesla where it's at, the stock.
Yeah.
Just the
like,
stock itself.
I think Tesla's going to be worth a few thousand a share.
So then Tesla would be like you shouldn't be buying a YieldMax fund if you don't believe in the underlying asset.
Oh yeah, like of course not. Yeah.
Don't buy Tesla if you're like, well, I don't really want Tesla, but I'm gonna buy Tesla. Like it don't even make any sense.
No. Yeah, I mean it doesn't make any sense. You have to buy the underlying asset.
And even MSTY was 2038 January 1st. Now it's 2388. NVDY was 2259. Now it's 2573. I mean the past week has been doing pretty good for the funds, but for it even to just be like right there. I mean, where it's at is like.
I mean, NVDY is still down 3% for the month, so it's still not really doing good. It's kind of recovering from where it's at.
Yeah.
Like anyone who's held a lot of NVDY know that it's been getting slammed down. So like like Nvidia was underperforming for a short period of time. I guess people are so upset about it because they've been outperforming the whole time. So it's just like, all right. Like, when is NVIDIA going to go back up again? And now we're, like, kind of getting back to it, like, where it's, like, starting to spin its wheels again, you know, pushing that 130, 140 area where it's, like, it like, really wants to get up there.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, even, just a question somebody asked me, which was, like, why YieldMax? Like, why do you invest in YieldMax? And I was trying to think of, like, a simple way to, like, say it. And, we talk about it all the time, but I wrote it down so I could remember exactly how I said it. I said it's kind of similar to hiring a team of traders to trade options for you.
No, I mean that's essentially what
and I said the risks apply, of course.
I mean that's what.
But
like
you're hiring people. Did you interview these people? No. I mean you should be doing your research. That's your interview process.
They're not going to be perfect, right? Like like they're definitely going to have
like
bad
any
trades.
Employee would not be perfect.
But it's like, come on, like. If you're looking for income, this is probably as good as it gets, and then you still get action on that underlying asset. It's like you get a little bit of everything, and
like they give you access to like they give you access and high yields from assets, bro, that like you wouldn't normally get it from. Like Nvidia's not paying you anywhere near this a month, but yet you're still getting the access to it.
Like I mean, Nvidia's not
Tesla's
not
paying you. Yeah, I mean Nvidia is, but it's like. You could have $100,000 in Nvidia. They're gonna pay you like $2. I grabbed 25 more MSTY today, little $500-600. Just trying to build it in because I seen the difference between. It's almost like them and like Coney are like the same because you're essentially it's in the crypto space, But I think MicroStrategy is way better because of their large holdings of Bitcoin, and Coney is down too, like 40-something%.
Nah, a lot of these.
And like MSTY is holding
products
firm.
are down pretty good.
Even MBDY is there, but I think either way, no matter what it is, it's definitely a time these past couple weeks that people should have been
Like,
like
it's
nibbling
kinda,
in.
I mean, it's kind
But
of
we
like
can still keep
right
going.
with the
It could
YieldMax
keep going
products, right? Too, like, people have to understand, like, you're aiming for income, so it's all about your share count, right? So, like, you have to like reinvest, like, your dividends to build up a bigger position, so you have bigger share count. So, and then when you're taking money out your fund, you know, you're like making a good amount and still having the position. But it's really all about your share count. Like if you're just holding the same NVDY over and over and over, yeah, you're gonna have times where you're like down pretty good. You're gonna have times where you're up pretty good. But it's all about that share count. Like, focus on your income, focus on what you want to extract from it, right? Because essentially, if you have, let's say, 2,000 shares of MSTY and then paying $3 a share, that's $6,000 a month.
I would love to get there.
Right? And then you said with NVDY, what you got, 3,000 shares of NVDY? Or is it
Like
2,000?
31.25.
All right, so 3,100 shares.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like if you start getting $1.50 again, that's like around
I
$4,700,
want
$4,800.
$2. We need the $2.
Yeah, so let's say $2. Right? That's like $6,200, $6,300 a month just off NVDY. So it's like you have to focus on your share count and then figure out a strategy where you just want to extract money from it.
Yeah. Like what's comfortable for you, for me, or for anybody.
And I like feel like these are good times to buy, like, and then when they empty out the fund at the end of the month, the end of the year, like, this is gonna be prime time. So
without a doubt.
No, it's around the holidays, Christmas time, but everything's gonna be on sale.
Especially after that. You know, it's going to take a lot out of each fund.
Like once the distributions come out at the end of the year on all the funds, a lot of these names are going to be really cheap. Like, you know, so if you haven't built up position, this will probably be the perfect time for you to build it up over the next few months.
At least MSTY, without a doubt. MVDY, I mean, if you guys are thinking about building positions, you know, I personally would say to just skip this next divvy payment and just kind of wait till it drops down, and that's when you start. Because it would be one thing to just, let me put my $5,000 or $10,000 in there right before this, and then you just get clipped off the rip. Because I tried to start at a down point. But
it doesn't really matter because you get the cash distribution. So it really doesn't matter. But it's really all about that share count.
Yeah.
Because if you
could buy more shares.
If you're starting fresh in the next few months, right? Like, you can just get in there, nice discounted price, and then ride it up all year. And then get distributions, you know? You can take out your cash. You can put in other underlying assets that you like. Do really whatever you want with it. It's a cash distribution.
Yep.
It's an income. Like, if you want it to be the best asset in the world, I mean, this is probably not it for you. But if you want a nice, good income that's making you 5-6% a month, 7% a month, nice yield out the fund.
I mean, let's look at it like this. How many people you know? How many people you know got $20,000, $50,000? Sitting in a shoebox, or just sitting in their bank account and just not doing anything.
Some people keep maybe that's their
emergency fund,
like 2-3% a year.
Some people got like 10-15 grand and just like, man, I don't know what I want to do with it.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with
that, but
like, if people want to make their little high interest yield, you know what I mean?
If you got some money that you want to play around with, maybe you want to start a business or something. You put some money for the business, or you could put a little bit in the YieldMax too and have a little steady income. It's multiple income streams at the end of the day.
Some like large tech, and you dollar cost average for the next 5 years and just rock out.
Yeah,
you could do that.
You could do that too.
That's always a good plan. We always say you have to put the money to work somehow, some way.
No matter what you're gonna do in life, I mean, this is our way how we're making it work, and we're not the only ones. You can go on YouTube, Google. I mean, YouTube primarily. You'll see a lot of people talking about YieldMax.
Yeah.
A lot of people showing you their dividends and what they're getting, and then you retire on dividends. It's going to show you their exact trades and what they're doing. You got people like SoCal Steve that has like the ideology behind it of like, I mean, he's getting $500,000 a year in dividends. So that's like,
I mean, some people like to,
it's crazy,
get a lot of income.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, if you want to invest $1 million and make $60,000 a month, I mean, that's what he wants to do. Let him do it. Right?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Go ahead. I mean, I want to be there. I want to be able to do that. and not even worry about it. I think that's the
I mean,
greatest
like-
part of investing in YieldMax is you don't want to be solely tied to this. Not saying there's probably like
No,
some
but
people
some
in
of
our
these
group that
funds-
are, and I kind of have a lot of
I
my
mean,
stuff
some
in there,
of
but
these funds have over 100% distribution rate.
yeah,
So that means that they've paid out over 100% in distributions
yeah.
for the underlying asset. So you know you have MSTY and VDY, and these guys are 100% distribution rate people.
It's like crazy, right?
Calling the stocks people, but it's just crazy. Like, did Nvidia do more than 100%? Yes, we know it did.
Yeah. Will
Did
it?
MicroStrategy do better than MSTY? Yes, we know. But like, you know, the income is the income. Like, if that's what you're looking for, that's essentially what we like about YieldMax. Is like, it's the income. It's
I
the
can just
income.
chill back. Like, you know, I have different income. I can help my family out with some things. I can pay some of my bills off. I can support the podcast. Like, it's kind of doing everything right now. And
It's
you
true.
can even use some of the payment to invest in some, you know, of the underlying assets. So now you're not only just getting a monthly dividend, but you're also getting money where, hey, maybe I don't have to take money from my check or my job or my business to invest in other growth stocks. I can take it from my dividend on top of reinvesting back into the fund. So it's all about how you want to play it, you know,
Yeah, man.
how you want to think about it. So
It's like the NASDAQ playing the futures on it.
I hear you. I knew when you paused like that, you were about to say